In this video, you'll be learning how to cut a 6-piece gown without a waistline seam. Now it's going to run from the shoulder up to the base without any waistline seam. Now the first thing that you need to do, decide on the type of top you want. If it's princess cut, if it's illusion, if it's off shoulder, whatever the cut is, decide on any one that you want to do. Then you create that cut on paper or on paper stay, just like this. So you can either do your freehand or you do your pattern method. Either way it works. So the next thing you do is to fold your fabric, measuring 10 inches at the base. So, and make sure you fold the back of the fabric so that when you choke, it indicates where it's front and where it's back. So you measure 10 inches, just like this. Then measure the length of the gown you want to do. Now for this one, I'm doing a midi length. I don't want to do the long, I just want to do a midi length dress. So I'll mark, I'm doing 45 as my gown length. Okay, let me increase it to like 48. So I'll mark. So the next thing I'll do is to place my sample paper on it. So because this is my center front, I'll place my paper so that when I finish cutting and open, I'll get my full center front. So I'll pin. So I'll get this, then I'll get my knee length. Now because it's a midi length, I will use 38 as my knee length so that it will start flying from 38. So mark that point. Then the next thing I'll do is to add my half-inch allowance. So I'll get this length all the way to my knee. Now at my knee level, you less half-inch from whatever so this is 4.5 now. Here will be 4. So you mark, so it will give you some form of fitting. So this is it. Connect. Then connect. Now for the armhole, I'm not adding any allowance. And the top, because I use the freehand to construct this, so I don't need to add at the up also. So then I'll just connect this to my 10 inches flow. So even though I was doing a long dress, I will stop around here or at 40, then I'll flare to reach the down. So it's the same method, only that one is longer. So this is now my center front. So the next thing you do, just rule a line across, then measure what you have here. So this is 9.75. Then bring that value from here and also get your 9.75. So connect. So that's my contour. So I'll cut. Now this is it. So I've got to my center front using my pattern, my half pattern. So this is a freehand method of achieving this. If I wanted to do a slash and spread method, my paper would have been up to this length. Then I'll rule this line, slash, and open that area to get my flow. But this is a freehand method of achieving it. So the next thing I'll do is I'm gonna fold. Now I can't get my side front here, so what I'll do, I'll fold from here. So I'll be bringing in my side. So this is my side front. But if I place this here, I wouldn't know what length to add to make up to this. So what you need to do is from this center front, you measure from this center front, you measure from your paper, measure the length that is there. So I have 27, so just have that in mind. So I'll be adding 27 from this, the longest part, because here it's contoured. So I'll mark 27. Okay, so I'll want my flare to be down here at the beginning of the fabric so that all my allowance will be with the remaining fabric. So I'll measure my 27. Because I'm going to be tailing the gown, I will add like 3 inches. So I'll be doing 30. You'll see the reason why I'll be doing that. Then measure the wideness. I used 10 for the other one, so this one will be 22. Because now when you open the center front, you have 20. The extra 2 inches is for your seam allowance. The seam allowance inside and the side seam. So you get the midpoint of the 22 inch, so that's 11. Place your paper to get to the middle of it, then pin. So the next thing that you'll be doing is measure the value you have from the start of your paper to the knee point. So I have 17. So come here and mark the 17 also. So I'll be ruling my line. So note that you have to add your half-inch seam allowance. So at the armhole, I'm not adding any allowance. Then at the side seam, I'll add 1 inch seam allowance. Now, because what I'm doing is without a waistline seam, I will come up 1 inch. I'll mark that point. Then I'll measure from that point. I'll measure 9 inches, which is my hip level. I'll mark. The reason why I'm not using here because it doesn't have a waistline seam. If you use this point and connect, you will lose your shape, and because this is a plus size, you will lose the right point where your shape is. So let's continue. Now, you know, for the front, that to that is 4.5. So I'm just going to remove my tape at 4.5, just like this. Then the hip I'm using for this is 48, which is 12. So I'm going to be adding 2 inches to it. So I'll have 14. So I'll connect with my hip curve. Now this is my knee area. So just mark. Then do the calculation for your knee size. So that will be 48 minus 6, which is 42. 42 divided by 4, that will be 10.5. So I'll remove, for the knee was I removed 4 inches, so I put it at 4. 10.5, this then plus 2 inches, that will be 12.5. So mark that point. So connect to the hip. So the next thing I'll do is to flare out. See, I'll flare out. I'll be needing my front again to measure the value of the length of my flare here. So this is 9.75. So I'll get 9.75 here. The reason why I have this much here because of my contour that I did before and the 3 inches that I added. So what I'll be doing is to connect this point to meet just like this. So automatically your skirt is already tailing from the front. So when you sew, you have You see the front will rhyme, the side will be longer, just like this. So let me cut it out. So this is what my front will look like. So see. So let me continue with the back. Now place your front, already cut front, on 2-piece folded fabric. Leave like leave like 4 inches at the base, just like this, because your back will be the longest part of it. So this is your front, so this is my tailed part. So the next thing I'll do, I'll place my back, center back here, just like this, and I'll pin. Just like this. So the next thing I'll be doing is, from this point, I'll measure my hip level, so which is 9, I'll mark. Then I'll measure 1 inch out, like this. Then I'll be connecting this point with a curved line, slightly curved line. Then connect back into the waist, into the seam line here. So I'll continue with the line, because this is my center back. I'm using up all the length. I'll connect, just follow the line all the way down. Then I'll come here, this is my knee level. I'll measure 1.5 and mark, and measure 1/2 inch, mark. Then I'll connect to the end of my base like this. Then I'll add, this is my zip allowance is already here, so I'll just connect, just like this. So the next thing I'll do, I'll contour here, So from here measure, because my back has to be leveled, so this is 17. I'm measuring it at the point of, so I'll get 17 also. So I'll contour. Just make a little contour here. Now the reason why I did this is for the bum alteration. So see, now some people put their bum alteration at the zip part. I prefer mine inside, because when you sew, it rounds up more here than just protruding out here. So the next thing I'll do here, from this the end of my paper here, I'll measure 1 inch, because there's no waistline seam here. So measure 1 inch. So I'll take out ½ inch from here. This will help the back to break in well, so that you don't have any gaping at the back. Okay, so that's it for the center back. So for my side back, I'll be placing my side like this. So here is going to accommodate it. So I'll be placing my side back here. So I'll pin. So I'll be following the same method I used. So the side seam remains the same. Then this is where. So what I'll be doing now, I'll be folding the cup away. Okay, so this is it. Now here already has ½ inch, so I'm just going to be following through. Okay, so entering here. Now you notice this part is shorter because of this is where it's joining to the center front. What I'll do, I'll bring in the back so that I can measure to make it up, so that I'll have same. So what you just rhyme the knee level, just like this. So I'll be extending this one to meet it. Just like this. So from here, you see the side remains same. So I'm going to connect this to meet that one. So let me cut. Note my armhole doesn't have any allowance. So this is it. So you cut 2 pieces each. So let me lay it so that you see. This is my center back. Now, okay, at the level of your back paper, the side back, measure just come up 1 inch and measure in ½ inch. You are doing this only for the back. So measure ½ inch in and connect up and connect downwards this way. So I'll be cutting it. So you do that only for your side back. So let me arrange it so that you see. So my front is this way. So you see, my back is rhyming and my front also. This is my front, this is my back. So we have a nicely tailed understand? So for the center back you have 2 pieces, for the side back you have 2 pieces, for the side front you have 2 pieces, for the center front you have 1 piece. Together forms your 6 pieces. The reason why the back has 2 pieces because of the zipper, and we also tail the center back. That gives it a nice flow. Now, when you finish sewing, you might see some sharp edges this way. All you just need to do is to contour more before you turn it down. You see, so that it flows just like this. Because the more you go flare, the longer those points are. So this is it.